I struggled with the name for this blog topic. I ended up settling with gatekeepers to, or who's the gatekeeper to your success, because I like the term gatekeepers when I'm talking about people that get in your way when you're trying to make a success of yourself. Gatekeepers are usually referred to in a sales environment, where we're talking about the receptionist or the, that assistant that won't let you talk to their boss. In this case, I'm talking about people that stand in your way when you're trying to get ahead. And I want to dedicate this to my mom, because when I was young, my mom never really gave me trouble for challenging authority. It was pretty much encouraged when I was young to challenge authority. So if I came home with a suspension letter in public school or high school or a detention or anything like that, it was never frowned upon. It was never something that I was felt. I was never made to feel bad for standing up for myself or for challenging something or whatever it might be. And so thank you, Mom, for that, because I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for that. Public school teaches us to shut up. That's the reality of it. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but it's a training ground for the masses. It's for people who obviously a lot of people go to public school, but what it's made for is it's made to train you to deal with authority, so that you can go to your 9-to-5 job and deal with someone else telling you what to do all day. I can't do that, and so as an entrepreneur, we need to undo that training, and part of that is challenging authority, and it's dealing with what I call the gatekeepers to success. So this could be negative friends or relatives. It could be a banker that's not giving you a loan or trying to hold your money, your checks for too long or whatever it might be. It could be a lawyer that's telling you that your business isn't possible. It could be the government standing in your way with regulations. It could be a tax audit. It could be credit card processors, whatever it might be. In my case, I'll give you an example. This is what made me think of this. Just yesterday, I'm developing a new piece of software, and it was denied by a major credit card processor because they don't take that category of software anymore, or so they say. And so, in my experience, I always respond to those people very kindly, because I think that most of the time, at a credit card processor, the person whose job it is to approve or deny products probably gets a lot of negative attention from the people who they deny products from. And in some cases, it's the internet. People aren't that nice because it's email, and they'll send a really nasty letter back. I responded with an extremely professional response, asked them to take a look at some of the features that they obviously didn't, they obviously overlooked, and and pointed out a few other products on their network that were, that had similar functions but didn't have all the functionality, and just kind of made it clear to them that I didn't think that their first judgment was correct. And I haven't seen a response yet, but 9 times out of 10 when I do that, the response is favorable because I was professional. And so my first piece of advice when dealing with gatekeepers is always be professional, always be polite, and always be nice, and understand that their job is probably difficult, and there's a reason why they're standing in your way. But at the same time, don't take no for an answer. So start out by being polite. If that doesn't get you anywhere, sometimes you need to ask for someone else, a supervisor. If that doesn't get you anywhere, stand back for a minute and think outside the box. How can you circumvent this situation? So in my situation, I've got a piece of software that I'm going to be charging a monthly fee for, and if the credit card processor that I want to use won't accept that, then my reaction will be to create a secondary membership product, maybe a forum, something that accompanies the software, where basically that is the focus of the product, and the software comes free with your membership to this forum. So there's always a way around. There's always an outside of the box solution for you. But I just wanted to kind of bring this up, and along the way, there's always going to be someone that says you can't do that, or no. And another quick example I'll give you is several months ago we had our PayPal account shut off, and if you watch my blog, you would have seen the entry about that. And they've since put it back on because I emailed them professionally every single day, asking them why they made this decision. And once they told me why, I pointed out the error of their ways and what they had done wrong, and they eventually corrected the mistake. It took me a week and a half to get my account turned back on, but some people would take no for an answer and just let that happen to them. And I guess the message here is not to let anybody who's standing in the way of your success stand in your way, and don't take no for an answer.